You're right, everyone. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Aberdeen save. We've motored on a little bit in the stream today. We've found out what's going on in our European journey. I'll fill you in a second. And we've actually got our teeth properly into the league stage as well. So let's have a quick look, shall we? So first of all, the transfer window has closed. We have had a couple of other incomings. Transfer history. We've had, I think last time I had already had Dan in Dan, he's arrived. Ashley Fletcher came in for £110,000. I think he's going to have a really good time up in Scotland. I'm pretty sure I already showed you those two, but a couple of last minute kind of like deadline day deals. We had Crescencio Somerville, hell of a name. He's on loan from Leeds. Really quick right winger, can play on the left as well. I'm going to be using mainly on the right. Really good little player. I think he's going to get a decent amount of game time. He just adds a little bit of depth when we need that bit of rotation. And I took a punt on this lad from Slavia Prague. £800,000. It is structured. Patrick Hellebrand. Now, on the face of it, he doesn't look the best. Basically, his lack of teamwork and work rate is a bit of an issue. Physically, he's not amazing, but he's a really good press-resistant central midfielder. Good dribbling, good flair, good composure. His passing and his technique are both decent. His first touch is good. I think for a central midfield playmaker, which is what I'm trying to use a little bit more this year, someone who can get the foot on the ball and dictate the tempo, control a game, take the sting out of a game, I think he's going to be really good at doing that. 800 grand he's come in, valued at 1.5 to almost £2 million. So if we do move him on, I think we will make a profit on him, but that's the last of the new transfer business anyway. In terms of the Europa League playoff, it was heartbreaking. We had a really good game, 0-0 first leg, away in Shakhtar, then brought it back to Pitodry, where it was an absolute heartbreaking 1-0 loss in added time. We absolutely battered them. 22 shots, 11 on target, almost 2 XG. They didn't create a whole lot. Our defence played really well. It was a last minute, I think it was 109th minute, set piece goal from Tete that got them through. My strikers and forwards and midfielders were just missing chance after chance after chance. I just knew it wasn't going to go our way. So unfortunately, we didn't make it to the Europa League group stage, but we did make it to the Europa Conference League. So we've been drawn in a group with Real Sociedad, Standard Liège, and KF Vllaznia. Or Vllaznia. Some Albanian team. Anyway, we played 3 games. We've won 2, we've lost 1. The last game was actually against Standard Liège, which we lost, which was a heartbreaker. Again, a 1-0 loss away from home in a game that we bossed. Couldn't get our shots on target. Our strikers were just misfiring everywhere. Every shot, I think, went way up into the stands. It was ridiculous. So, yeah, we threw points away there. Obviously, threw money away as well. You get £400,000 for every win, and we need all the money we can get. But we did beat KF Vllaznia in the first leg. We let them back into the game right at the end with a 91st and a 93rd minute goal. It was a much more comfortable game than it looked. But the big result was winning 2-0 against Sociedad at home, a game that we absolutely controlled. You know, we were very much the dominant side, and I expected us to be way more on the back foot. Really good, really professional performance. 2-0, £400,000 in the bank as well, which is very important at the minute. In terms of domestic football, though, it's been pretty good. A couple of shocking results, really. I mean, look, Motherwell and St Johnstone, as I said last time, shouldn't have gone those ways. But we beat Kilmarnock 3-0 back-to-back. Dundee 4-1. A really rough away loss against Celtic and a 0-0 against Hearts, where they basically just sat all of their team in their box for the entire game. We couldn't break them down. It is an issue. I'm finding it tough to break down back fives this year. It's something that I need to work on and something that I will hopefully be able to figure out and fill you in on when I do. But back to the Celtic game. It was a 1-0 loss away at Celtic Park. Generally speaking, that's a result that I'm not going to be too disappointed with, but we were so in control. We created a ton of really good chances. Again, my players just struggled to put the ball in the back of the net. What can you do when that happens? It's not the worst result in the grand scheme of things, but we were worth at least a point, if not 3 in this game, so it was a bit gutting. So as things stand in the league, we are sat in 3rd on 17 points with a +10 goal difference. St Johnstone are above us with 19, and Celtic with 22 points after 9 games. I've taken an early lead. We need to catch up with them, and we need to stay with them. Rangers had a rough couple of first games, but they're back in form now as well. In terms of our player performances, we've actually been playing really well. My defence has been really solid. Our new keeper, Gunnarsson, has been fantastic. He's kept 8 clean sheets in 14 games. He's only conceded 7 goals. He's been really, really solid. And he's improving. And he's young. I think we've picked up an absolute steal there. But in terms of players who are playing the best so far this season, Bates, Considine's been good when he's come in. Ashley Fletcher has actually been a bit of a revelation. Started out as our second choice striker, been playing out on the right or through the middle, kind of in cup games and rotation games. But he's got 5 goals and 4 assists in 6 starts, 5 appearances off the bench. He's actually, in the last few games, been playing off the right-hand side, so he's been getting in the box, getting chances and creating as well. His versatility is really valuable. I said that when we signed him, and I think he's just a really good little player for this level of football, to be honest. So on top of Fletcher being our top scorer, Ramsey, Gallagher, Hernandez, Reece Devine have all been playing really, really well. Dan as well, Big Dan. I'm just going to keep calling him that. 4 goals and 2 assists in 8 appearances. Again, has been doing a bit of a job out wide as well as up front. But he's pretty much nailed on for our starting berth striker. He's good at hold-up play, can flick balls on. He's good in the air as well when crosses get into the box. But he's also been finding a few really nice slide rule passes through to midfielders running on or wingers. So he's been really impressive this year. I said we needed the money from these wins, and that's because the overall bank balance has taken a drastic drop to 1.7 million. We were at around 6 million not too long ago, but that is because the board have decided to improve the youth facilities and the training facilities all at once. They've dropped about 6 million on both of these, which is a big financial hit in the short term. Hopefully it doesn't mean that we have to sell any players, but in the long term, it should reap dividends. It means that we can make sure our players are hitting the maximum ability that they can. And obviously the young players that are coming through as well are hopefully going to be good enough to challenge for a first team berth eventually. There we go, guys. We're 9 games into the season. We have started our European journey. Oh, and also we're in the Scottish League Cup semi-final as well. So tomorrow's stream, today's stream, 2 p.m, live over on twitch.tv/VikingDan. Make sure you're dropping in, checking it out. You'll be seeing all this going on live, but we will be continuing our European journey, continuing our charge up the table, and trying to get hold of our first bit of silverware. As always, guys, if you've enjoyed the video, please do leave a thumbs up. If you've enjoyed the videos that have been coming out recently, please do subscribe. There is more to come. There's going to be more from this, more of the tips and tricks. And if you haven't already, check out my views video. It takes you through all the views, all the filters that I use, and tells you the best way, or at least the way that I use them in game. I'll leave a little card on whichever side it is. Go check it out. I think it's a decent video. Bit of a longer watch, but it does take you through all the views and how I use them. So hopefully it's helpful to you. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you next time.